A metallic object is filmed hovering over Castleford one morning in July this year. Perhaps it's a swimming aid, or a balloon, or perhaps it's something much more. The UK's only published magazine dedicated to documenting such sightings is based in Kippax. Its editor says to him and his staff, the magazine is a huge commitment.
It's been a heck of a road for us, really. It's a very expensive thing to do. You know, magazine publishing doesn't come cheap, and at the moment it's subscription only, but the subscriber list is going and it's managing to fund itself. So hopefully, you know, as time goes along, then we may reintroduce it onto the newsstands.
As well as working on the magazine, Russel also runs a yearly conference in West Yorkshire. This year's in October marks the 60th anniversary of the famous Roswell incident in America. But watching the skies isn't just an American hobby. There's no shortage of homegrown sightings.
One of the most famous cases around Yorkshire would be Ilkley Moor. Going back again into 1980, I believe it was. A guy who was running across the moors to work. Particular day in question, he sets off on a dark morning expecting to be into Ilkley before the shops open, if you like. When he gets into Ilkley, there's something doesn't seem right about this because everywhere's open. And he's thinking, what the hell's going on here? The story breaks through that what he's actually done, he's lost time over coming across the moors. And that was the story that bore fruit of the little alien entity that was seen on Ilkley Moor and photographed. And during this time of missing time, he's actually taken a photograph of this creature on the moor. And that's probably the sort of story that brings Yorkshire into the fold. It's got this history of interesting cases as West Yorkshire, and we've got some beautiful countryside around here. We've got very dark skies, you know. You go to the Birminghams or the Manchesters or the Londons of this world, the light pollution's terrible. You know, you have to go miles and miles to see anything.
But sightings don't just come from civilians. This footage was captured by a police car in North Yorkshire. It holds special interest for one man in Wakefield.
I've been a police officer for 18 years and a detective constable for 13 years. In November 2001 I came up with the idea to create an unofficial national database recording police UFO sightings. The vast majority of officers that approach me are retired, who have got the pensions and feel more confident about being able to talk about the subject. Many are extremely relieved to talk to another police officer, so they're not ridiculed. After 5 years of research on the police database, I finally did some statistics, and as I went through I think at that time I based it on 213 reports. When I looked at those statistics, I found that the county with the most police sightings was West Yorkshire. I think North Yorkshire then was something like second with 12, but West Yorkshire had something like 25. Historically, West Yorkshire towards the Todmorden Hills, Ilkley, going towards the Yorkshire-Lancashire border, there's been many sightings over the last 30, 40 years. It's certainly built up, and I certainly think that West Yorkshire is pretty much a hot spot for police sightings.
And we're about 95% of all UFOs can be easily explained. It's not 95, it's not 99, it's nearly every one can be explained, but there's this certain element that just won't go away.
This is a very real phenomenon. Science should be taking it far more serious than what it does, and I'm trying to draw attention to that in my own small way.